felt very good in my energy. Today is January 14th of 2025. It is the second day of week 3 of my first ever 12-week year. If you don't know what it is, I'll insert some footage right now of me explaining what the 12-week year is and everything, and kind of why I personally wanted to implement it and how it's going so far. It is a book written by Brian P. Morin and Michael Lennington, and essentially the whole concept of it, or the slogan of the book, is to achieve more in 12 weeks than most people achieve in 12 years. I mean 12 months. And I know that sounds very hustly, very rise and grind, hustle culture, but ironically for me, the reason I like it so much is that it's having the opposite effect. In my past, I have struggled a lot with putting a bunch of pressure on myself at the beginning of the year, trying to achieve all of my goals at once. This 12-week year method is great because instead of doing that, since each quarter is divided into a 12-week year in itself, I have taken my 12 annual goals and broken them down so that I'm focusing on only 3 goals every quarter. It removes that pressure to have to be perfect in literally every aspect of my life, and instead I can just focus on 3 things and know that as long as I'm doing that, I am doing great. So I so far feel like it has been working for me. Today is technically day 2 of week 3. Yesterday, I didn't really film anything because honestly, I was kind of considering just not filming week 3 because I just wanted to focus on my goals and everything like I did in week 2. But I don't know, today something came over me and I just felt like filming it all of a sudden. So since yesterday was technically day 1, I'll give you a little update on what I did yesterday. Basically, I had to open the cafe that I work at 6:30 a.m. So I got up at 5 a.m., went to the cafe, opened, I worked until 1 p.m., and then I ended up staying there for a few hours, working on a client video. Got home, I worked on that client video some more, and then I got a little sleepy, so I decided to go to the gym. Then I also went to the sauna, I made myself a healthy dinner, and then after dinner, I just worked on my client's video until 10 p.m. I think, but I did get it done. Normally, I'm trying to not work past 9 p.m. these days, but I was so close to being done that I just decided to finish it. So that felt good, actually. I finished a client video, sent it off to them last night, took a shower, and then went to bed. I think I did a meditation as I went to bed. I journaled a little bit, did my gratitude, all of that fun stuff. I went to bed at 11 p.m. and I fell asleep, but I didn't wake up today until almost 11 a.m. So I slept for 12 hours. My body I felt so heavy. I don't know what it is. My theory is that because I'm correcting my sleep schedule right now, my body has such a sleep debt, that it's just having to catch up so much more, because normally if you're going to bed at 11 p.m., you should be able to wake up at 8 a.m. no problem. But I let myself do that because I really felt like that's what I needed. As I'm talking to you, it's currently almost 5 p.m. actually. The sun is setting as I'm looking outside and it's actually beautiful. I haven't done much today so far. I got up, I cleaned up my place because that desperately had to be done. I took an apple cider vinegar shot and then I made myself a delicious, wholesome breakfast. I made myself some eggs and bacon and veggies. And I also meditated. That's pretty much all I've done today. And then I just got ready, put myself together. Ignore this stupid thing on my collar. I don't have an iron. I need to get one. But that's pretty much all I've been doing. I worked for a little bit on breaking down some of my older videos on both my main channel and my podcast channel into shorts. And then apart from that, in terms of my daily goals, I still have to go for a walk. So I'm gonna go for a little walk to a cafe nearby, and I'm gonna try to finish editing all of those shorts.
Hydrosense drops, made with a naturally sourced lubricant that works to attract and retain moisture.
Just wake you up. The movie that my boss said was no better than clear and stay on.
Currently, it is 10:51 p.m. As we know, my bedtime goal is 11 p.m. That's not happening. and that's okay. Because I was so close to finishing the shorts, I decided to finish them while I was eating my dinner, and I got really focused. I didn't want to break my focus, and so I finished editing those shorts. This is crazy, but like basically I put 4 of my older videos into Final Cut Pro and I cut them down into shorts. Even after cutting all of that down, I have 41 minutes worth of shorts. Yeah, so that's insane, but I'm proud of myself. I got a lot of content out of that, and I haven't been very consistent with shorts, but the times I have posted shorts, it got a lot of traction onto my channel, and I know I should be focusing more on that, or like just using that tool more. So I did that. I feel like it was worthwhile to spend that time doing that, but it is late right now. I'm just gonna do like bare minimum. I have to put my laundry away. I need to stretch and do my physio. I'm gonna do like bare minimum for that, like basic stretches, like maybe 1 physio exercise and call it a day. And then thank goodness I have work at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. It's not like I'm opening at 6:30 a.m. or anything, so that's good. Anyway, that's my update. I'm gonna go and do all of the things. Okay. I'm going to go into my Notion template and we're going to reflect on how week 2 went, and then with that plan for week 3. So for last week, I said I wanted to upload my reset video. Didn't do the week 1 video yet. I'm still editing that, but I did upload my 2025 reset. Restructure business, I did that, which is wonderful, fabulous, love that. Create finance tracker. I did not do that. Get my blood drawn. I also did not do that, but I finally went through my files today and I fished out all the paperwork I need to get the blood work done and everything. I am proud of myself because it's the first step to actually getting this done. So last week I said that by the end of week 2, I wanted to feel that I'm already leveling up in a healthy and balanced way. And I do feel like that. I would definitely say I feel like that. Let's quickly reflect on week 2 together. So I just did a little reflection on week 2. So here's the week 2 habit tracker. It has this like progress bar section. Even though I only set a certain goal as like 1 time per week, it hits 100% as soon as you check it off once, for example. So technically I did that 200%. 1 client video, technically I did not achieve that. Me and that client were still like discussing plans for what the content in the next few weeks was gonna be. I did work on it, but I didn't technically send that video until yesterday. So digital declutter, as you can see, I simply didn't do a lot of these things. For lower cortisol, we've been doing pretty darn good. We got 90%, 90.8% to be exact. We're back in week 3 now. 3 tasks that I would like to complete. I would love to get my week number 1 video up. Get week number 1 video posted. Finish another client video. I mean, at this point, I literally just have to get my blood work done. I feel like this is gonna be an ongoing thing in this series. Like, I don't know why I'm putting it off so much, but I literally just have to do that. How do I want to feel by the end of this week? I want to feel like I said I want to feel impressed with myself and how focused I am on my goals and my well-being. I want to continue feeling that way. I want to feel empowered by the end of the week, like knowing that I am capable of doing everything that I set out for myself to do. I'm actually gonna add that word, empowered. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm just gonna go over my weekly habits and like show you how I'm readjusting those for this week. So 1 client video, finished and sent over that video yesterday. So technically that's already done, but I do want to get another draft to them. Work on Etsy product. I made quite a few sales, especially in the new year, and I feel like it's smart of me to focus on that while the momentum is still going. I'm gonna set it as a goal to work on Etsy products 3 times per week. It could be for 30 minutes, it could be for 2 hours, as long as I'm putting the energy in. Actually, I'm pretty sure I worked on my Etsy yesterday as well. Full digital declutter, I'm gonna figure out in a second what I'm going to change that to. I've just began to realize that it really is not my priority, so I think I'm gonna switch that. We'll see, I'll get into that in a second. I added also to my lower cortisol goal just now to tidy up every day, do an apple cider shot, and to make my bed. Now I have to decide what I want to do instead of a digital declutter goal. Okay, we're back. I decided to change my digital declutter goal into frugal spending and saving. So I made some weekly habits for myself. Yeah, see, this is already changing my behavior because I was gonna go spend money at a cafe, but I might not now. So those are my new goals. Holy shit. That took me way longer than I thought it was gonna take me.
Lights outside this car, they seem so blinding. The rain across the sky, it feels like I'm falling too. If only I could be anybody, I feel that you could tell me the things I wanna hear. Construct me and make me so much more than I need. Not just anybody, I need someone who cares. You feel so unreal, but the pain still remains. And I'm hurting, I feel inside my bones, the kind of hurt that won't leave me alone. Cold purple hue mixed with warm lighting, a feeling so unknown.
Like she's still alive, so it's like there. I think it depends on what kind of snake. If it's like a corn snake, sure.
Hi guys, it is currently like 8:30, almost 8:40 p.m. I just got home from closing the cafe. This morning was pretty good. I had to stay a little bit late to finish closing, so I'm quite tired. Also, I don't know why, but I feel like my energy was like more small or insecure than usual today. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I don't know, it's a vlog, so I'm just gonna share random stuff with you. Yeah, like I've really been focusing on like stepping into my power and expanding my energy and, you know, just like being comfortable in my own skin. And for whatever reason today, my inner critic has just been louder than it usually is these days. So it was a little bit of a tough close, I'm not gonna lie. On the way home, I was thinking about what I was gonna have for dinner and I'm just so tired. And so I decided to stop into the convenience store to get a chicken samosa. Yeah, in my mind, I was like, there's technically vegetables and protein in this. So I walked up to the counter to buy my samosa, and it turns out I had left this there the other day. He said that apparently I bought this and I paid for it, but he was training somebody and she forgot to put this back in my bag. And so this was a nice little pick-me-up, which made me feel quite a bit better. That was so kind of him. And it just feels good to be remembered and like cared for in such a small way like that. So I personally took it as a reminder from the universe that I am being protected and that there's always things to be grateful for. And I love moments like this where I feel down and there are things that happen externally that do feel like messages from the universe. Like basically, pick yourself up, girl. You have a lot to be grateful for, you know, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Today was just an off day for me, and that's okay. Anyway, I was going to go to the gym, but I'm feeling very tired, and I'd rather honor my body. Plus, closing the cafe is a workout in itself. There's a lot of like lifting and moving things around, so I did get a sweat going. Today is definitely not a habitful, productive day, but that's okay. I want my vlogs to be real and raw and show you the ups and downs and everything, just the reality of it. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my chili and talk to you later. Probably not tonight, but later.
I saw her leaving, I had to follow. I had to speak up, only in Sao Paulo. Ain't got a beach house, but got a penthouse. Need a whole parachute just to get down. So if you heard it, tryna get later, tell your friends we gon' see you later. We caught the Uber.
Chasing my dreams. Like, is that kind of consumed me before I got that fire. So I feel like it's always gonna be cringe. If you want to do begging you, just freaking do it. Let me know. How Europe up. You know, I'm telling you, you're stunning. Thank you so much. You guys are my love life. You see
see what I need? Lucy.
Hi guys, it is Thursday, January 16th. Sorry if I look a little bit crazy. I decided to try to do my curly girl hair routine thing again, and my hair looks a little crazy right now because it's still drying. Anyway, last night I almost gave up fully, straight up, not only on filming this week, but like on completing week 3 in general. And I considered even just like leaving this part out or to not film it altogether. But I want to be honest with you guys, and I don't want to give up. And like the most important thing about situations like this is, you know, pulling yourself up by the bootstraps again and getting back up and showing yourself you have that resilience. That is the most important thing. So I don't know where it came from, but like after being awake for a bit and just like scrolling on my phone and feeling shitty about myself, I don't know what it was, but something clicked in me, and I was just like, no, that's it. You're not going to let yourself rot in this position. You respect yourself. You're going to get yourself back up. I went to the gym and I had a really great lifting session, and I'm feeling proud of myself for turning this day around because I was feeling shitty when I woke up. And all it took, like literally all it took was one decision. I think that's the most like important thing that I have to remind myself in situations like this is it literally does just take one decision to sit up. Like actually there was a poignant moment this morning when I literally, it's so silly, it sounds very silly, but I literally just like sat up, and that act alone helped me so much, and that gave me the strength to be like, good job, you sat up, let's try standing up now. This sounds so silly, but like encouraging yourself for little things like that when you're starting from such a low point really freaking helps. And so that's how I got myself out of bed and how I got myself here to a place where I'm feeling a lot better. With all that being said, it is currently 4:20 p.m. I'm going to go for a little walk because I need to get laundry detergent desperately. So that's a good reason to leave the house. I'm going to go get laundry detergent, and I think I'm going to stay out and go to a cafe. If you're watching this and you're also in a slump and struggling to get out of the slump, I challenge you right now, if you're laying down, to count to 3 and literally just sit up. And when you do that, congratulate yourself so much for sitting up because it's hard. It is hard, even though it sounds silly. When you're in a state like that, sitting up is really freaking hard. So I'm going to dry my hair because if I don't do so, it's going to become icicles when I go outside. Hi guys, it is 9:22 p.m. Just wanted to give you a little update. I went to Starbucks and I ended up finishing scheduling and uploading all of my shorts on both my main channel and my podcast channel. So that's going to be, all those shorts are going to be going out until the end of January. So like that's going to last me a while, which is amazing and wonderful. And I got detergent, so I'm currently washing my sheets. And for some reason, I just really heavily got the urge to work on an Etsy product. So I did that, and I feel like that was a good call to listen to that intuition because I finished it. I finished a new design for Etsy. All I have to do now is format it for the different poster sizes, and then I can upload it. So I'll maybe try to do that before the end of this week to have that product up, which is great. So if you're interested, my Etsy is always linked below. I'll put a little picture here of the poster, and just so you can get an idea of like also generally what I put on my shop. It's like a lot of kind of like spiritual digital download posters and stuff, so you can print it yourself and decide the size you want to print it. And if you decide you want a different size, all of a sudden you have the folder for your whole life, and so you can just print it again in a different size. So yeah, feels good to have those two things done. However, I do need to still edit a lot. So definitely tomorrow is going to be a full editing day. I'll probably leave the house again because like I've talked about, I don't trust myself to focus at home. I warmed up a can of some chicken noodle soup that I have, except it's like rice instead of noodles because I can't have noodles obviously, or I can't have gluttonous noodles with gluten in them. So I'm going to eat my soup, and I was just going to like watch YouTube to like relax, but I thought about it a little more, and I think instead I'm going to watch something on Netflix. When I'm watching YouTube, it's usually very like passive and like there's not much intention behind it, whereas when I'm watching a show, it's like it feels like I'm treating myself. Like it's very intentional. I'm like, okay, let's sit down, watch a few episodes of the show, whereas like when I go on YouTube, it's always like just passive, and it feels like I accidentally fall down rabbit holes, whereas with Netflix, it's like very intentional, if that makes sense. So apparently there's a new season of Squid Game out. So I kind of really want to watch that. I think I'm going to watch that because clearly I want to watch that more right now. So I'm going to eat my soup. I'm going to watch Squid Game, and it is 9:30 p.m. pretty much. So that's probably all I'm going to do for today. And tomorrow is a fresh new day. My soup is getting cold. So I'm going to eat my soup. I will talk to you tomorrow.
It's like you know that you will feel your energy from the people towards you. Beautiful, like your aura, okay?
Existence was so that it was based on personality and actual thoughts and opinions. You don't listen to that voice. Hi guys, happy Friday. It is the 17th today, and I'm in a really good mood. I'm in a fabulous mood, and I don't know why. Anyway, this is so silly. I was technically in bed before 11 p.m. with my plan being to then close my laptop and then just like stop watching. But I just kept on watching, and the time just passed me by, and I ended up going to bed at like midnight or something, I think. I also kept like waking up in the middle of the night. I woke up at like 3 a.m., 5 a.m. Like I didn't really get a proper sleep. But surprisingly, I woke up feeling pretty energized. Since I've had my breakfast, I've just been working on a bunch of random stuff. I'm feeling pretty productive already, which is great because I was just talking yesterday about how like I struggle to focus at home, but for whatever reason, I'm just in a really good mood today and have high energy. So yeah, I haven't really felt like I've had a problem with that. Basically, I ended up updating my entire Upwork video editing profile because it was kind of geared towards video editing / social media management, but I decided, like, to be honest with myself, I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to social media management. Like, I know the basics of it, but I can't claim to be an expert or anything, so I figured it's better to just actually change it to what I actually specialize in and just kind of, you know, really emphasize that on my profile. So I changed that. I updated my Google Drive portfolio, literally everything. I also applied to some Upwork jobs. I also finished formatting that design that I showed you yesterday for Etsy. I finished formatting that to all of the different poster like dimensions. So all I have to do with that is export them and create some images on Photoshop or Procreate to like advertise what the posters would look like in real life if you printed them out. And then I can post them on Etsy. So that's great. I might try to finish that today. We'll see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on editing one of my clients' videos. Like I've been saying throughout this video, I do want to get another video draft to them at least. So I'm going to do that, spend a few hours on that. And before we do that, I'm going to make myself another coffee and a little snack, I think. And I'm also beginning to realize how close it's getting to the end of the week, and I still haven't done a YouTube video for my own channel. For now, I'm going to make another little coffee, and I'm going to have a little snack and talk to you later. And I just finished recording a video for my podcast channel. I was getting a little bit stressed about the fact that I haven't posted a YouTube video for my main channel yet this week because it was a goal to do it weekly, but I forgot that actually in the rules I set for myself, I said I want to do 52 YouTube videos in a year, but it can be on either channel. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to edit this as fast as I can because editing when it comes to my podcast channel is literally just a talking head. Like I don't do any fancy editing or anything. So I'm going to try to do that and post that, and that way I can check that off. So I'm going to edit that, and then after I do that, I probably should stretch and go to bed because I didn't work out or anything today. So, but we'll see. Just wanted to update you. I don't know why I keep doing that. I don't know. Anyway, it is currently 10:02 p.m. I just finished uploading a new listing on Etsy. So that is wonderful. I also edited that video I just filmed a little bit, but I'm not gonna try to finish it tonight. Yeah, and I am getting sleepy, so I think I'm just gonna get ready for bed and go to sleep. I've been snacking on some raisins and nuts. Feels good that I did that Etsy posting. It's really cool to like be seeing that I'm like actually making money on Etsy, because I started an Etsy store before for like handmade like my art. Never made I think I made one sale. That was literally it. And for this shop, I have made 51 sales, 6 5-star ratings. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself for that. I'm gonna probably try to finish editing that video tomorrow and get it up by Sunday morning, because Sunday morning I feel like is a good time for videos to go up. My client still needs to send me some stuff that they want me to include in their upcoming video. My plan is to like quickly clean up my space, get ready for bed, and then literally just go to sleep. That is that. I guess that's gonna be everything for today.
Struggled with a lot of drug abuse, and then I the TO event. We got anemia.
And this is hi. Okay, I was just trying to really be so quickly, so I'm just like I mutuals on Instagram and on RuPaul. Oh, who's this? I'm just gonna say it's Wednesday. You just both say something. Getting girls will both.
But yeah, it's like all of a sudden there's this focus on what you've wanted to create, and it all becomes clear. Yeah, it all becomes clear.
Hi guys, happy Monday. I'm filming this technically in the next week. Week 3 is over by now. As you can tell, in the last few days, I got a little bit lazy with filming. I just felt like I needed to focus on myself, and like the last 2 days were pretty good, pretty productive days. I simply just didn't film them. I felt very like good in my energy, very centered, and I didn't want to pressure myself to film and kind of like ruin that flow. Not that filming would ruin it, but anyway, we are going to do a little reflection of week 3 and how we're moving into week 4. Overall, before we get into like the proper reflection, it's very clear to me that I really need to improve on the sleep still. Going to bed before 11 p.m., waking up before 8 a.m., it should not be that hard. It should not be that hard. The other habits, everything is like going pretty well for me. I'm not really struggling too much with the other ones, but sleep is like very clearly a problem area. I only got 75% on going to bed before 11 p.m. and I got 50% on waking up before 8 a.m. First of all, those things should not be that hard. Second of all, I only set the goal as to do it 4 times per week, and I couldn't even do that. I'm not like beating myself up for it. I'm just being self-aware that like I can do this. I can do this. It's just always been a problem area for me, and it's about time I fix that. And it doesn't help that my part-time job, first of all, it's part-time, so it's not an everyday thing. Second of all, there's some mornings I'm there at 6:30 in the morning. There's some days I'm there at like 12:30 in the afternoon. So it's like kind of irregular. So it's up to me to decide to wake up early every single day. That is this week. So as a summary, in terms of foundational consistency, like Etsy and YouTube and everything, and my video editing, 100%. That is awesome. I'm so proud of myself for that. Frugal spending and saving, the new habit we created, 68.75%. Still need to make that finances spreadsheet. And I also really think that having this spend $0 habit on here has kept me accountable. Like on the days that I told myself I wasn't going to spend money, I didn't. And it's also good because it gives me then permission to spend money on some days and not feel guilty about it. Like today I'm gonna go to a cafe and get myself a latte maybe, and I'm not gonna feel guilty about it because I know that maybe the next day I'm gonna spend $0. You know what I mean? So for the lower cortisol goal, 86.286, it's very specific. Yeah, overall, like honestly, since the beginning of this year, since I've started this 12-week year thing, I have been generally a lot more consistent with my habits in terms of my mental and physical well-being. And it feels so good. Obviously on a physical level, just like my cortisol is reduced in general, and I can feel that. With all that being said, let's go and do our reflection on week 3. Okay, so those are my little reflections. You can read them if you want to, but basically I just talked about everything I just talked about. Despite the fact that I didn't get 100% in all my goals, like focusing on the things that I have done and especially remembering where I started, like I'm still doing so much better than I had been doing before the new year. Like before the new year, I would like work on a YouTube video here and there. I would do client videos last minute, stay up till 4 a.m. the night before just to get it in on time. Like that is not the vibe. I was struggling to find motivation in general. I was literally some days just going to work and that's it, doing bare minimum, not even working out, not even cleaning my space. Like now, even just these small habits, like the difference between just going to work, coming home and doing nothing versus going to work, coming home and going to the gym and cleaning my space and then going to bed. Like it's a few small things that really make the difference over the span of a week. So especially when I compare to like how I started and where I am now, even though I'm by no means doing perfectly, like I'm doing so much better, and I need to remind myself of that consistently, even when I'm not reaching 100% with the goals I set for myself. So I'm proud of myself overall. I'm gonna go ahead and plan week 4 now. I'm not gonna have that on camera just because this video is probably already so long. Yeah, I'll update you when I do my next video, but yeah, overall, I feel like week 3 went pretty well. Definitely by no means a perfect week, but that's okay. In the next few weeks, I really need to hone in on the sleep thing. Everything else I'm feeling pretty good about. I guess that's everything. I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you're having a lovely day, whatever time it is for you where you are. And if you're not having a lovely day, then I'm sending you all the love, and I hope your day turns around. And yes, that is everything. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.